Pope or something like that.
Yes, this is it.
Yeah, it's that. So that is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lana.
Oh no, I was gonna say Trinidad has 2 of the hottest peppers, like the top 10. Trinidad, like that pepper is, I think, number 2 on the scale.
Yeah, it's going.
So yeah, we're all about that hot fire.
Oh my God. Go for it. Give that a wash. I don't know if that's gonna make things better or worse. Going in with the ice.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
Hey guys, welcome back to Jore, the best place to get South Asian content for the South Asian curious. My name is Mashia.
My name is Sami, and today we have an Indo-Caribbean mukbang with an amazing special guest. And we have a special host today, Chrissy. She's one of our writers, our Indo-Caribbean writer. She kills it week in, week out. So, check her out on our website, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Thanks, Sami. Hi, everyone. So I'm Chrissy. Like Sami mentioned, I am the Indo-Caribbean writer for Jore at the moment. And of course, we're always looking for more. So if you're interested in writing about the Indo-Caribbean experience, please hit us up. But like Sami said, we have an amazing guest whom I'm absolutely obsessed with, Lana Patel. Lana is a BLINDIAN queen. She is a trans activist, and she is all about embracing those BLINDIAN roots. And so for the folks who don't know, BLINDIAN is a mix between Black and Indian, and especially within the Caribbean community. So Lana, if you want to take some time to introduce yourself to the folks in your own words, and share a little bit about your story before we dig into this food.
So I'm Lana Patel. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am an Afro-Caribbean trans woman. My mom is Jamaican and Punjabi. My dad is Trinidadian and Gujarati. So shout out to the West Indies. We kill it with cricket, and we kill it with this food, and we're about to go in right now. I have been in transition for 14 years. I started my transition in the South, in good old Polk County, Florida. Shout out, or not so much shout out to Polk County. Hopefully they're a lot better than how they were when I was there back in 2006. But yeah, I work now in healthcare, do healthcare administration. And when I'm not doing my 9 to 5, I am an advocate for the community. I'm pushing for inclusion and equity for Black and brown folks, trans folks, and really changing the way that we see trans folks in the Caribbean community and in the South Asian community, because I think it's so important that we move the mark and we create an inclusive space for trans folks to thrive.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Amazing. What you're doing is so great. Yeah.
So Lana, what do you have in front of you? I think we all have different food a little bit. So what do you have?
Yes. Okay, so my phone is capturing all the good stuff. I'm going to show you one by one. Okay, so I went ham and potatoes. I went to a place in Manhattan Beach called Mia's Kitchen. Shout out to Mia's Kitchen over there in LA, Manhattan Beach. I'm over on the other side. I'm in the Santa Ana Canyon Mountain area. So it was about an hour and a half drive to get out there, but it was so worth it. I haven't even tried the food yet. My mouth is watering. So let's do a rundown of all the things. Okay. Vegetable rice. And this is rice with veggies, but it's made in a Indo-Trini style. Mm-hmm. And Mia's Kitchen is a Trinidadian restaurant. Mm-hmm. We used to have a restaurant called Caribbean Callaloo Kitchen in Long Beach, and gentrification came around. They raised the rents on them and they had to close, unfortunately. So Long Beach would be a lot closer, but I'm glad I was able to support this Trini restaurant. We have fry bake. So this is saltfish and bake. Super excited for this one. I have not had this in forever. Shout out to Orlando, Florida, where I moved from. After I left Polk County, there's 2 Indo-Caribbean restaurants out there. There's Annie's and then Sing's, which I love Sing's. And I used to get all my stuff from there, my buljiao, my Indo-Chinese and all that stuff. This is like gold in Trinidad. A double.
Whoa.
And it has like all the fixings on there.
Fire.
Nice.
I love the little mukbang background.
Right? I'm
Black
like
hair.
trying to fix the lighting. It's like super bright. It's washing it out. Oh my gosh. Okay. I should have grabbed some hot sauce. I didn't grab hot sauce. I might need to go grab some hot sauce for
Me
some of
too.
this
I
stuff.
left mine in the kitchen. Me too.
Yeah, and I got hot sauce today as well. I got Scotch bonnet. So
Yeah.
blah, blah,
We'll do a timed break.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, I got more food than like I got food for my eyes and then like more than what my stomach. You know the expression. I'm like
Yeah, I
my
think
eyes
I
are
did too.
stomach when I was ordering. All right, so this is a roti, which I miss. I have not had like West Indian roti in forever. I haven't even gotten a chance to look at it yet, so I don't know if it's dal puri. I hope it is though. Okay, this is bust up shot. So this is
Bust up shot.
That I can?
Up shot. Wow.
What's up shop?
yeah, it's called bust up shot.
Bust up shop.
It's a style of roti. So this is chana and aloo roti.
Okay.
So it's potato and garbanzo bean.
Oh,
So this is
okay.
so this is like it's the West Indian like chapati kind of.
Oh, I don't
Nice.
But it's made a little different, and then we use it almost like a pita bread, and we put things in there. We'll put a curry generally inside of the roti to eat.
Awesome.
I actually need to warm this stuff up. Yeah, probably warm it up. Okay, and then I have this is tomato, cucumber, chow,
Chow. Wow.
and
Chow. Wow.
then this I.
And wow, you'll be saying wow every time.
Right? I've been craving this one forever. And I was trying to find plumcity or June plum, as we call it over in the Caribbean.
Plum.
And unfortunately they ran out at the grocery store nearby.
Mhm.
But they did have this at Mia's Kitchen. So this is fruit chow. This is mango and pineapple.
Oh. That's gonna.
I'm so
I
excited
can.
for
So close to solving this crime, I can almost taste it.
I can taste it.
Right. Yeah, this is like
I
mango.
literally know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
like-
mango, pineapple. Oh, sorry.
No. It's just like so like salivating.
Yeah, it's mango, pineapple. There's pepper. There's I think shadow benny, which is like a culantro, West Indian cilantro, and I'm sure there's like garlic and lime juice or lemon juice. And okay, what else do we have here? For the drinks? This is another golden item in Trinidad, sorrel. As my grandfather would call it, real. Love sorrel. And this is the hibiscus flower, and they make a drink out of it. I might get a little buzz because this is my other one. I think they put wine in here. It's usually like they put rum and then wine.
Oh.
So I might get a little.
No, that's
'Cause
great.
I've been fasting. I've been fasting so I could like eat today. I'm like, I don't want to. I want to like eat. Okay. This is soursop. This is another West Indian delight. So this is the fruit. There's sweet sop and sour sop. I got this one. This has the pulp. And then I got another drink. So this is Shandi Carib, and this is sorrel. So I think this is like a soda.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I couldn't find those drinks near mine. Wow, man, I missed out on
Oh,
this.
really?
Yeah.
I had no idea there was
Actually-
so many drinks.
Tommy's about to fight me because I was gonna, when we were ordering, I was gonna be like, ooh, we should get some lime murky. But I low-key was like, Tommy was a little overwhelmed in the environment.
I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot. I was like, oh my god, there's so many people here. COVID's running loose. I was like,
And actually, like,
we got some fire food. So is that everything you have, Lana? Or
One
no.
more thing.
Okay, let's go.
Tamarind balls.
I love these. I love these.
Oh, we saw that. We saw that in the store too.
mhm.
These are must. In Trinidad, my step grandmother and like my dad's side of the family. So there's a my uncle lives in Laventille, and then my step grandmother and my aunt and I have some family in Laventille. And so that side of the family, there's like the apartment buildings on one side and the other is a house. And then in the house, they make these from scratch and they're so delicious. And they're rolling the ball and like putting the sugar on there. Oh my gosh. And the plum, I wish I could find plum. We have the plum and it's in the red sauce and.
Oh man, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, Trinidad has some amazing food.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, and I haven't had Trini food in like a while. I think the last time I had Trini food was maybe when I was in Orlando. So it's been a while.
How long is that? Like a couple of years?
The last time I went to Orlando was 2019.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I didn't know this place existed. So I was thinking to myself all this time, oh, there's no Trini restaurants. Now I have this place. So whenever I'm back in LA, I'll make another trip.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's smart. Well, me and Chrissy got, I think she should say it because I feel like if I'm wrong, it could be offensive to somebody.
Okay. All right. So I'll talk through it and Sami will show it. So we got lamb curry and rice. So show the lamb curry.
Yeah.
I see it. I see the bones.
Right there.
That's the lamb curry. There we go.
The money shot.
And then we have jerk chicken.
Right there.
There we go. And I already snuck a taste of the jerk chicken. It is so good. Usually it's like a hit or miss because like, right, we all agree Jamaican jerk is the best jerk. And then probably, I want to say like, maybe like Barbados and stuff like that. But like Chinese people can do jerk pretty well. They're like some time-ish with it. We got bacon saltfish.
Which one is that?
And we got pad bake, which so it has like all the seasoning in it, and it was like massive and it was fluffy and beautiful. We also got doubles. So I got aloo doubles, which is just potato and chana. Which one do you have there, Sami? Because you got quite a few.
I have, this one's the oxtail.
Whoa, that's good.
No, that's the beef. That's the jerk chicken. That's the oxtail, and that's the aloo chana. It's a lot of food, and I don't. my family ate most of it, so I came with like bags, and I put them down. My mom's like, "What's this?" She's like, "Why is this Indian food taste weird?" And I was like, "No, it's not Indian food. It's actually different." And she was like, what part of India is this? Like, we have to go. And I was like, "No, it's not India." But it's like, so she was like, and I mean, she knew I was gonna go to get Indo-Caribbean food, but I guess she was just confused. She's like, "It's so similar to our food." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, like they're also brown. Like it's wild." A lot of education going on in this house right now about this stuff. And they loved it. They were like, "Oh my God, this is like deep fried porta or paratha. Like this stuff is so similar to ours. They make it just like us. Like my mom was like, my whole family was just in love with like the jerk chicken, the salted fish. I didn't try all of this yet. Salted fish didn't get as much love as everything else, so I gotta try it. And I gotta see how much love it gets. But I think the favorites from what I heard. So the doubles, everything. They loved every single one of them. They were obsessed with them. The oxtail they loved. I got like one. So we ordered extra for my family, so I took one piece of oxtail. The lamb they loved, and the bread they loved, and the chicken. It was only the salted fish they were just like, I don't know. My dad liked it. My brother liked it. My mom was like, tastes a little off. Like she didn't like it as much, but everything else, obsessed. And they ate it all. So like they're like, "This is for you," and then the rest is gone. So I'm like, so.
And then Sami also got a couple of bags of Bigfoot, which is Lana. They have Bigfoot in Trinidad. Yeah. It is, I guess, like cheese puffs, but better.
Like chips, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but they're better. And then we got this at Bigwell, and then we got the doubles at Trin City.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I got lucky today because it's snowing right here in Toronto. So I was like thinking, like, do I want to spend like $15, you know, like on so I got this huge ass stuffed chicken roti. So I'm really excited to dig into that. I got some fried rice with like fried chicken on top, and like low-key, like I ate a lot of it. And my grandma ate it and my aunt ate it, and they fucking loved it. Like, it's so delicious. And then of course I got some delicious goat curry goat, and then some delicious, like divine looking jerk chicken, and like, I don't know if it can see, but I feel like this is gonna like tip off.
Is that rice?
Yeah, it's like rice and beans, and I'm so excited to try it because I've never had something like this before with the jerk. So it's like, yeah, I'm really excited. And then I can't wait to get my Scotch bonnet hot sauce.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a must.
a must.
Mashia like really quickly corrected herself when she said goat curry and she said curry goat, and Mashia, we gonna fight because it's goat curry.
Right, it's like a
Curry.
like a Trini Guyanese. Like, you say the goat first, or you say the curry first?
Why is
It's
that?
not like a Trinidadian thing, like to say curry goat.
Yeah, Trinis will say curry goat, and then Guyanese will say goat curry.
Why is that? What do you guys? What's
Yeah.
going on? Why is that?
Round it started.
It's like I don't know. I think it's just the way like the language ended up happening, and then the argument's always like, "But you curry the goat." But then I think Guyanese people, I don't know if some people make like the curry first because like they count like the jira and everything and like that whole thing. But it's like a thing.
What spices are like really, like what can we expect, diving into this? Because like from Indian food, right, and Bengali food, we expect like a lot of like tomato, right, like as a base, and like cumin, like jira, yeah, like turmeric, a chili powder and all that. What about you guys? Like, what is predominant, like the spices or the bases that are found in like Indo-Caribbean food?
Yeah, there's we also use jira. There's a lot of culantro, shadobeni, which is like a West Indian cilantro. Green seasoning is huge, so they like, I've made it before, but it's just very time consuming and it takes a while to get all the ingredients because I don't have like a Caribbean community like that out here. So if I want Caribbean groceries, I have to go pretty far. But there's a lot of green seasoning. Yeah, I think that's like the base. That green seasoning is like the main thing you put in almost every dish. So it's a lot of cilantro type of taste and jira.
You guys definitely got the chili powder. I can smell the spice.
I can smell it. Yeah.
I don't.
Chili, yes. Scotch bonnet.
Pepper. I smell like a peppery smell.
Yeah, I smell
a lot.
pepper.
Yeah, like it's very peppery.
Yeah.
And then chana, I'm sure the chana tastes similar to our chana, right? Like,
Yeah.
I assume. I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I think also, I didn't know because we call it something else, and I'm blanking on the name for it. But ghost peppers. We have I think it's like Merriman Pope or something like that.
Yes,
it's called. Yeah, it's that. So
Yeah.
that is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lana.
Oh no, I was gonna say Trinidad has two of the hottest peppers, like the top 10. Trinidad, like that pepper is, I think, number 2 on the scale.
Yeah, it's going.
So yeah, we're all about that hot fire.
Oh my god.
Go for it. Give that a wash. I don't.
Yeah. The food, I don't think the food is hot, but then I think we might just be used to it. But yeah, we use a lot of like. So like I think ghost pepper is like a big thing, but it's not Merriman Pope, and then obviously with like jerk chicken, it's jerk seasoning.
Yeah, like the allspice, right? The allspice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, allspice is another big thing.
Yeah, it's really like unique to me because like in our area we don't use allspice that much. So yeah, like I like that. I like that a lot.
There's not, because I feel like the Indo-Caribbean community there just comes together. Like it's not that separation where we find a way to separate through caste or through color or through religion. It's just like one big happy unit. Yeah. And I think it's more so a war outside of the Indo-Caribbean community where it's like, okay, there might be issues with the Afro-Caribbean community and Indo-Caribbean, or the Chinese or the Portuguese or, the other types of people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it like, and this is like a big, like obviously it's a big question, but it's also like a big part of your identity. Like you're obviously in the intersectionality of those two communities, right? How is it like growing up, you know, like knowing that there is this clash between one side of you and the other side of you, kind of?
Yeah, I think there is a clash. I wouldn't say, even from my birth until now, I don't think it's been as bad as it was prior. Being Dougla, or you know, Black and Indian, as we say in the West Indies, especially in Trinidad, it's almost its own ethnic group. Like there's so many Black and Indian mixed people, so it's like Black and Indian, and then Black and Chinese are both like really big mixes. And then there's some like Indian Chinese mix in the Caribbean, but like the biggest ones are Afro-Indo and Chinese-Indo. I mean Afro-Chinese mixes. Yeah. So I mean, there are issues within the communities, but when I was coming up, it wasn't as big. I think the biggest issue was more so on the mainland, like here in America, versus like back there. And I think my biggest issue, or not issue, but like thing that would come up was just people being really confused, because they're like, oh, they assume like all Black people are African American, and I'm like, no, but I'm actually, you know, Afro-Caribbean, one, but also then I meet people from the mainland, like from you know, the subcontinent, India, South Asia, and they're like, oh, like that's a thing, like Black and Indian people will mix, because it's such a homogenous like area.
Yeah.
Everyone is Indian, or everyone is Bengali, or you know, you know, from whatever region. So I think those were the major issues. But I've heard of issues over in the Caribbean where like the African community or the Indian community, they don't see eye to eye. I understand the history behind it, because you know, they were kind of poisoning them against each other so that they wouldn't mingle. But yeah, I didn't really have many issues within the Caribbean community. We just all were one. And I grew up in Queens, Jamaica, Queens, and it was just like Trinidadians, Guyanese, Jamaican, Panamanian, Puerto Rican, Dominican. It was just like we're all one. We have different accents. You know, the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans were speaking Spanish, and the Panamanians, but we're all one.
First time with all y'all.
Yeah, that was me too. Like, yeah, when you have community, like when you live with family, it's so different. It's like, why go out and get the same thing unless you don't feel like cooking that day? You know, you'll generally eat it.
Well, yeah. So Lana, so going back to that, how do you create that sense of community?
You know, it's been an interesting challenge for sure. All right, so I'm gonna use the Scotch bonnet pepper on this. And I was just thinking of something too. I didn't get a kuchla, but they normally put all these, like there's tamarind sauce. Oh, I should have grabbed tamarind. There's tamarind sauce, there's mango kuchla, there's so many things that they put on the doubles. But I'm just gonna sprinkle this with some of the Scotch bonnet. Yeah, so it's been a challenge for sure. I was lucky enough to come across the other restaurant that used to be here, Caribbean Callaloo Kitchen. And Caribbean Callaloo Kitchen, I found out about that because my best friend was working at Mac at the time. We used to both work at Mac, but she was in Sherman Oaks, and I was going to visit her when I first moved from Orlando. And her clients actually were from Trinidad. And I was telling her, I'm like, I'm trying to find a Trinidadian restaurant. And her client was listening to me, and she was like, there's actually one in Long Beach, Caribbean Callaloo Kitchen. It was awesome up until 2018. And then gentrification came, they raised the rent, they had to close the restaurant. And that was the community. For me, at least, like it kind of fell apart a little bit. They did have Carnival in 2019, but I think I was working, so I couldn't attend. But it's been really tricky. Trying to kind of stay in the know. I just kind of look on Instagram from time to time and see what events are going on. Sometimes I'll get messages. I know they used to have, I think it was like Soul Sunday or something. Yeah. It was a soca night. There was a nightclub, and it was on Sundays they'd have soca music, and they would have food sometimes you can buy. But yeah, it's been a struggle to find community for sure. It's definitely not like the East Coast.
But I think like, I don't know. What are people from Toronto called, Masha? Torontonians? They're called? Okay.
No, the rose from the 6, Chrissy.
Stop. I mean, I haven't been to Toronto, so like I don't know how it works. And I'm sure like it's very similar to like how things are in New York, where I think like Simon and I were talking about this, like Anik Khan, is that how you say his name?
Anik Khan, yeah.
Like I think he incorporates a lot of the like quote unquote Caribbean slang, or like Creolese, or whatever you want to call it, patois, whichever one he chooses to incorporate in the song. I think he does it well because it's very clear that he's like paying tribute to like the culture that like he very much grew up in, like, and he kind of talks about it in his interviews, and like talks about like he went to like day parties, which is like very Caribbean, like 12 p.m. noon, you're like at somebody's basement like having a party, like doing bacchanal and all that kind of stuff.
Having a lime.
And you could see it like in like there's like an acknowledgement that like this is coming from like a very like a different culture. But I think what I can appreciate is like the thing that gets me about like Drake and even like Lily Singh, like there was a level of like over sexualization, and like that's the thing that kind of bugs me, where it's just like even like Carnival, like when Carnival is done back home, like children do Carnival, like it is not about like ooh like pretty women and like half naked clothes and like shirtless men. Like that happens because it's hot, like people like walk around half naked all the time anyways. Like it's not like that. It's just like kids get dressed up and they do costumes, and it's like a big family thing. And I think like that's sometimes a thing that like irks me, where it's just like the culture is not just like about sex and like rum and like all this other stuff, and like yes like there's music on it, and like yes that's an element of it, but that's an element of every culture. And so it's kind of just like, and then I think just specifically about like Lily Singh, I mean I think Lily's very talented. I think she's incredible comedian. She did like a video recently where she did like when cousin Kamala comes to visit, which was hilarious.
I haven't seen that. Is that on TikTok?
YouTube. She like uploaded it to her YouTube. It is
okay.
So it's so accurate. It's so funny. But like her like the thing was like she started taking on like Caribbean aspects, and also that in and of itself is problematic because the Caribbean's very different. Like even like when Lana was like going through the food, like there are certain things that Trinidadians call the food that like Guyanese people don't, and like Jamaicans call it something different, and like all that kind of stuff. And it's not major, but it's still like, yeah, you know, like it's like Bangladesh and India, right? It's like very different. But when she started taking on kind of like these it's almost like a caricature of like what someone from the Caribbean is like, and it was like, oh, it's because I'm from Toronto, and it's just like, okay, but like you have to acknowledge that like you're also Punjabi, and like there is a lot of, I guess we'd call it racism, like at least like thinking about the community I live in now, it's like very prevalent. Like there is like folks from the subcontinent, maybe not so much now because people are getting educated, but there's a reason like people from the subcontinent don't know that we exist, and it's because it's a shame. It's like I have had countless people like tell me like you're not Indian, or like what are you, or like that doesn't make sense, like I never heard of that. Thinking about the topic of like relationships, like I cannot imagine like a guy from the subcontinent like trying to take me home and explain like, here she is, like she's brown, but like she doesn't speak any of the languages, and you know like this is the culture and and all this other stuff. So yeah, so like all that to say, I think it's like a caricature of what it means to be from the Caribbean, and like that's the thing that irks me, because I'm just like, no, like our people have like struggle and love and story, and it's like more than just like bad man things or like